Am I supposed to welcome? Okay. Welcome everybody to our final interview with Miss Butler. So we decided to sit down and just give her a few final questions as it is the last day of school, and then both of us are going to be gone next year. So, Miss Butler.
And this is in honor of Alex
Yeah.
Mejia right here. Thought I'd wear this.
So, Miss Butler, how long have you been a principal at CCNTH?
I've been here, this is my 7th year.
Okay.
And they say 7 is the year of perfection. So we'll
I was
just
born
leave
on
on
the
7.
7th, yeah.
Leave on 7.
What are some of your favorite memories from being on campus?
That's really hard. There are so many. I think watching the kids go from freshman to senior year and the growth over time, I think that's like stands out to me as some of the best memories of watching that growth. But honestly, the funniest moment I think was when we had the direwolf blow up direwolves. Do you remember?
During fall
Yes,
feast.
fall feast, and how much fun the staff had with the students, and we still have them all, so it can be brought
Reused,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite event night for CCNTH?
You're not going to ask me that question. I would be playing favorites.
So all of them.
I love all of them for different reasons, because it showcases the students at different grade levels and what they've learned, and I think they each have a special component to them.
Yeah.
I do have a heart for commodity night, though. I think commodity night is it becomes this other thing. I love how kids dress up their booths and dress up in whatever commodity they have, and the interaction of the game with the community. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, plans. There you go. And then what kind of legacy did you establish and want to leave behind for the rest of campus?
Wow. It's not I don't think it's a legacy that I leave. I think I'm hoping that I've been able to continue a legacy that's been part of this school since its inception.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just hope that I've been able to foster that and encourage people to continue with their traditions at this school and be kind of empowered to do new things that strengthen the school.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My hope, I guess, is that people continue to care about each other. I love this school because of that, how much care that students have for one another and staff as well. And I would say advice to dream big and don't feel like you're in a place where you can't do something. Like there's always people around to support you and to help you get to the place that you want to be.
Yeah. That ties into my next question. What is the one thing or lesson that you want to leave behind for the students and teachers on campus?
Well, my favorite word is grace, because we got to forgive and we need to move on. I think that's really important, and in a small community like this, how important it is to do that. And what I said before is just continue being kind to one another. I would say that's the most important thing, and that's what makes our community so special, is our pledge, and how important it is and how we follow it, and it's not just for students, but it's for staff as well.
And then what are your plans after leaving CCNTH?
Well, I've told most people my plan is not to plan, but I just had my 3rd grandbaby born yesterday morning at 2:30 and a.m. And so his name is Kirk Theodore Bishop, and he's beautiful, 7 pounds, 12 ounces. And I'm very excited just to spend more time with him and my other 2 grandsons, Gary and Hank, and my children. I have my son coming back from Hawaii, moving back here from North Shore, and to spend time with them. And you might see me around campus next year. I'll be subbing in the district as an administrator, so you're not done with me yet. Okay. But I wish this school all the best moving forward. And I've always said, and I believe it with my heart, once a dire wolf, always a dire wolf.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Butler, and congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Graduation.
Yeah. But yes. So then, are we going to be moving on to Dotinga's interview?
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Miss Butler.
We're now going to hear a few words from our new principal, Mr. Dotinga, and an interview that I sat down with him a little bit previously.
Perfect.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dotinga. It's nice to have you back on campus.
Thank you. Excited to be back.
Yeah. We just have a couple questions as you're our incoming principal. So if we want to go ahead and get started. You were a math teacher not so long ago here at CCNTH, and we wanted to know like what inspired you to move into administration and eventually become our principal, and like was there a specific moment in your experience that led you down this path?
Yeah, so I think, you know, coming back here to be a teacher after student teaching here, I started to take on more like teacher leadership roles. I got to do link crew here when I was teaching, and started to work with our site's learning team and got to, you know, see what it looks like to plan things for teachers and for our school. And that really is what got me interested in becoming an administrator and, you know, being able to support students in a different way. And so I eventually got to, you know, work with Mrs. Butler a lot on things that she does, get to shadow her a little bit, and then eventually, you know, went into a master's program and through Cal Poly. Got to learn more through that, and yeah, I'm just really excited to be coming back now.
And so what aspects of being a principal are you like most excited about, and what do you anticipate is going to be like some of the biggest challenges here, just adjusting to a new principal?
Yeah, I think you kind of said the biggest challenge is just this is going to be my first time being a principal of the school. And so I think that learning from the students, learning from the staff, being able to listen to what, you know, what their needs are is going to be really important. But really, I'm most excited about coming back to New Tech. I believe in what the school does here with project-based learning, the power of the pledge, and the really positive school culture that you all have created here as students and staff. I think what I'm most excited about is getting to see it all in action and get to go into all these other classes. Being a teacher, you know, I'm teaching all day. I don't get to always see what you guys are doing in your other classes. And so I'm really excited to go into other classrooms to see what you guys are working on.
As a former teacher here, you already have some familiarity with like the school culture. What are some of the things that you appreciate the most about Central Coast New Tech, and any areas that you see potential growth or change?
Yeah, what I appreciate here is like the staff is so collaborative, and we make sure we don't do anything, like we don't have the students do anything that the staff wouldn't do themselves. And so the staff goes through projects, they're learning each year, and so they get to kind of see what it's like when they're giving projects to you guys. And that's one of the main things I appreciate about this school. Obviously the project-based learning that you guys get to do, the way you guys work together, and the growth that I get to see from you guys being like freshmen all the way to senior year, and do your senior defense at the end, and how much you guys grow. Seeing that growth is one of my favorite things that I appreciate about being here at Central Coast New Tech High. As far as potential for growth or change, I think that's like embedded into our culture here already as a school. You guys get asked at the end of projects, you know, what's the feedback that you have for your teachers? What are things that they can improve? And our, you know, your teachers are doing that all the time as well. So I think, you know, that those areas of growth or change are already embedded into the things that we do here on campus, which is awesome.
High school can overall be like a stressful time for students. What is your overall vision for the students' experience here at New Tech and under your leadership as a principal, and what kind of environment do you hope to foster within the students?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of well, first off, I just want to make sure students are feeling safe on
Mm-hmm.
campus, and making sure they feel like this is a place they can go to where they
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable, um, physically and emotionally safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's of the utmost importance.
Yeah.
My vision for the student experience
Mm-hmm.
here is to have students really like develop that sense of agency,
Mm-hmm.
to find their voice in the work that they do, find that personal relevance. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to teach here, was to show like students like there are things in, specifically for me for my math class, like there are things you can find that connect to something relevant for you. And so my vision for the student experience is like build those skills that we all want when we leave here to be prepared for college and career, of course, but also make it relevant to what you want to do. That's my vision for the students here at New Tech.
Yeah, and I think you did great too when you were teaching math. I know I had you my sophomore year for integrated too, just integrating those projects with like being able to explore different careers. I know there was like one project that we did about integrating math into a career of our choice. And I did marine biology and I learned a lot more about it. Not that it was particularly my aspect of what I wanted to go into, but it was still interesting to learn and reach out to other professionals in the fields and communicate and see how math relates into those careers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's the goal, is to see like the stuff you guys are learning here does have value, and you can use it to make an impact when you leave this school, and hopefully that students all see that moving forward.
So let's move on to the next question, but communication between students and the administration is really important. What are some of your plans for ensuring that students' voices are heard and considered in school decisions? Are there any specific channels or platforms that you plan to utilize? I know we have like the Echo homepage or announcements page, but yeah.
Yeah, I think, student voice is particularly, it is important at any school, but especially here. We always are seeking feedback from you guys on the projects and the things that are happening on campus. I'll make sure that I am like visibly present and available, breaks, lunches. I'm going to be popping into classrooms as well to see the work that you guys are doing, which is going to be really important to then listen to what you guys are working on. I will make sure I'm visiting classes early on, beginning of the year, kind of going over things that I'm expecting of you guys, and then giving you those opportunities to talk to me. I think specific like channels or that you guys can reach out to me. If you see me out, on the quad, break or lunch, come talk to me. If you think it's more, conversation that we need to have at a different time, send, email, talk to Mrs. Crow. We can try to set something up. I think we want to make sure that, we are all, when we're doing these bulletins, and that's a platform I plan to utilize as well. I'd love to hop in on these bulletins more often, and really just communicate like all the awesome stuff you guys are doing on campus, but then serve as like reminders about our community pledge, like talking about integrity, talking about collaboration, talking about all those things that make our school unique and really special here, and being able to communicate with you guys that way as well.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day, Mr. Datinga, and also for wanting to step into this role of becoming a principal for us next year. I know I would have loved to see you become a principal too here, but unfortunately I am a senior. But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dinah. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, New Tech, it looks like you guys will be in good hands next year with Mr. Datinga. We are now handing off the Monday bulletins to Catherine and Zane McPeters.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us in Monday and today's bulletin. for the last year that we've been on. So we'll see you next year. Have a great summer, New Tech.
Oh wait, no we won't.
No, we won't. We're graduating tomorrow.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.